Peace Talks by Jim Butcher. This is the 16th book in the series of the Dresden Files series. There were 340 pages and 36 chapters, so much shorter than the preceding books, on par more with some of the opening books as to lengthwise. I did find this one to be a little bit of a struggle for me because I was expecting it to be a full-fledged book from beginning to end. Didn't think about it being the second to last book and that there being the possibility of a cliffhanger. So there was lots of story building, lots of build up, and I was kind of like, man, I'm not sure about this book. And it was really because it was just building up. So I should have known better. It took me really I was probably 3/4 of the way through the book before I caught on that it was, a build-up story. So I think I was like 200 pages in, and I'm like, man, they haven't even started the peace talks, right? Like the name of the book. And so I was kind of like, do I what should I expect? And once I finally got the hang of it, right, I realized, oh, this is a lead up to the next book. Then I started to enjoy this book. So going in knowing that, it probably would have changed my attitude toward this book. I still think it should be read, but just go into it with eyes wide open. So having said that, the bad guys are the former. They haven't really been they've been introduced, but they haven't really, we haven't gotten a lot of exposure to them. So they are the bad guys who are trying to take over Chicago. The main character took out the Red Court of Vampires. So this is the, people who took over in the power vacuum that these former took over. So the main character's boss, Mab, is the Winter Queen, and she hosts the Acelia Accords. And so it's an agreement between all the supernatural nations that governs, it's magical law, essentially, and each nation can, submit a grievance, or that's something, how you're supposed to act in regards to others, uphold your word, what happens if you break a pact with someone, that kind of thing. So it sets up punishments and rules and that kind of thing. So the peace talks are a gathering of everyone, all the nations, and they are going to try to communicate or talk with the former and see what happens and try to, garner peace. Of course, one of my favorite characters, Gentleman Johnny Marcone, now Baron Marcone, is the host, and he built this castle right on top of the main character's former apartment complex, or apartment. It's not a complex, but either way, I liked a lot of things about this book. Meeting Sasquatch, aka River Shoulders. I liked the Gray part with he recruits Gray. Let's see. I really liked the Knights of the Cross part where they're kind of all in the same place, hanging out and training together. So that was really cool. Let's see, what else? We see a little bit of the air spirit that Harry spawned, and you get to see a little bit more of the interactions with Maggie, right? His daughter. And so that's pretty cool. My favorite part, I think, is the battle with Ebenezar McCoy. There's actually two, but I don't want to spoil anything. So the first one's really cool. The second one is even better. So there is action in here. It's not all just build up. But yeah, pretty much the main character's brother gets tangled up in some bad business. We don't know why he did what he did, but of course it kind of leads to an entanglement. And so that's kind of the side quest of the main peace talks, right? Harry has to attend as both a member of the White Council and as Mab's Winter Knight. So he's kind of representing two parties. So that's the main event. The side quest is him attempting to clean or rescue his brother or clear his brother's name, one or the other, or both at the same time. So a lot going on, and a new bad guy shows up. So that will be the end of this series in the next one, and we'll see how it goes. So I am looking forward to it. This definitely didn't fit the regular mold of the normal standard Dresden File books. So I am looking forward to the finale, and stay tuned. I did get this book from Goodwill of Georgia, I think. I don't know. Either way, just know that when you buy new books, a lot of times they end up in landfills. So if you buy used, which you should, you can keep books out of the landfill. So buy your books used when you can.